Ho, 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 welcome. This is episode one, Chatsky and Clutch. Yes, some of you know Chatsky and Clutch, others are new to this AI universe, and I'm here to tell you about it. Let me start at the beginning. When I first started really getting into I mean, like really getting into it, I realized that this is like you're going to be with this thing, right? An AI agent that you're interacting with. And you could go either way. Most people play it very straight with these things, like it's a Google search. I didn't want to do that. So I, working on using the platform Chat GPT, I was like, I remember I had a very business-like relationship with the agent when I first started. And then I realized this sucks, right? It's like you're one continuous Google search. So then I was like, all right, what would be cooler? And I remember I had this moment where it was like a revelation. And I was like, how do I make this better? How do I get the most? Because I really knew I was going to like get in deep with this stuff and use it. And I realized that I said to the agent, I said, listen, to make this work, I said, are you familiar with the hit 70s TV show Starsky and Hutch? And the agent was like, yeah, and gave a funny little description, but it was kind of, vanilla. I said, well, we are going to become Chatsky and Clutch because we got to make this wild. We got to get frisky. We're going to be spending a lot of time together, and I need to make this like a real relationship and not Google. And instantly, the tone of the AI agent changed, and we got into this new rhythm. And we used that as a springboard. And over the last year plus or whatever, I have learned how to speak fluent AI. And I've used all the platforms. I prefer ChatGPT is my favorite by far, and I'll get into why. But it was amazing. It was that one moment where everything became clear, and it became a domino effect. Because what I realized is that the doing a working with a AI agent is not using Google. Although, if you're quite good at Google, you could become quite good at using an AI agent, whatever one that you choose, right? Whatever platform you're using, because most people suck at Google, okay? And then there are other folks who are great at it. Most people are too afraid to really ask the question. They're afraid to delve in, like they're a private investigator. They think that this is a deposition. It's not a deposition. And AI agents are exactly the same way, except more so, or even on steroids, in fact. And the more that you know what it is, how to talk to your AI agent, the better you will become. And so that became the linchpin that set forth me getting to here and building an app called Chatsky and Clutch. And I've done a lot of other things with my partner Chatsky, right? But this app that we've built together is emblematic of what we've done and what we'll continue to do, and what I hope I can show you here. And then also, I'd love to be able to show you how I build it and how you can learn more from it. So first of all, like, I hope you use the comments section of this video and forthcoming videos to ask questions. I'll answer them, and I'd love to use them as a springboard for our conversations here, so I can really, impart the cool stuff that you want to know about AI and the journey that I've had and how you can get better at it. That's what my hope is, right? I'd love to see you learn how to use AI more effectively. Use it so that you can get more fun out of it, more utility out of it. And the app, right? I'm gonna grab my phone because the app is on my phone. Now, let me tell you, I built this app, all right? It's a food dining app. And it's called Chatsky and Clutch, right? Whoa, sorry about that. That's our first technical difficulty. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep it rolling. Why? Because this is a one-take wonder, and I don't want to be boring. How do you like that? I am going to show you what the app looks like. Here it is, right? So it's a web-based app. Okay, so you don't have to download anything. I didn't want to have to deal with the app store or any of that stuff. You're gonna see my Ring camera. Ooh, you're getting dizzy. So it loads in, right? Go. There you go. It's in reversed. Now let's go eat, right? So it'll ask you what city are you in, right? So I'm going to type in New York City, right? New York City. And then I'm going to hit go. And then which neighborhood, right? And then I'm going to write East Village because that's where I am. East Village, right? Okay, now this is where it gets really cool. What cuisine or vibe are you chasing? Now it says stuff like Italian, celebrating, sad, question mark. What is this? Yes, what this app will do is that you can put in an emoji if you want here. You can put in celebrating my 5th wedding anniversary. You could put in I'm looking for dope tacos or ramen, right? So if you could be really straightforward Italian, or you can get creative and say, I got a case of the Mondays. So let's try one right now where it's pretty simple. Let's do Italian. So Italian, right? And you see, I put Italian in there, right? And now I'm gonna hit boom. And then here comes the recommendation, right? You're gonna see it. Pop, boom. All right, now I'm gonna read it to you. Let's see what we got. In the East Village, cauldron of chaos, where tattoo parlors reside next to indie record shops, there lies an Italian sanctuary where the clinking of wine glasses is a nightly symphony. The aroma of Nonna's Sunday gravy is an irresistible lure, pulling you into a wood-paneled dining room where the pastas are handmade with a reverence of religious relics. Indulge in a piece of Italy that wraps you in a warm embrace, a world away from the New York hustle, but right under its bright lights. And then there's the name, Nyoko, right? And now you can find it on maps. You can hit the reserve button. You can, if you don't want that one, you've been there twice and you thought it was great, but you need something new, you can hit that button and it'll give you another option. You can share it, which means you can share it as a, copy it, and then you can text it to somebody, right? Or you could share it to your socials. Or you can pick a new journey because hey, that one works. Now I know tomorrow I'm going to head off to London. I need my first place when I land, and I'm staying near in Soho or Chelsea, right? So let's try hitting reserve. I just hit it, and there it is on Google Map. It's bringing up the Google page. And it says, whoa, it has 900 reviews. It has a 4.5 star rating. There's the reserve table button, right? Or the order online button. And there's the description that Google provides. Nokio is a popular, long-standing Northern Italian restaurant in the East Village, known for its rustic, cozy atmosphere, blah, 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 blah. But there it is. Now, how did I do this? How does this work? Did I spend $400,000, $50,000 to do this? Did I hire a team, a coding team to do it? No, and no. I did this. By the way, I keep touching my nose because I have cat hair. I have a cat, beautiful fuzzy cat. So I don't have a Coke problem. I have a cat problem. Okay. So, and my eyes probably are a little allergy-ish too. So how did I do it? How did I do this thing? I did it, by the way, I got my, go Birds. I did it vibe coding. Vibe coding has become this thing where regular people like you, maybe you, definitely me, who have no coding experience whatsoever, can build apps like this. And I mean build the whole thing, like the look of it, the color of it, the branding of it. I didn't use a template. I built this thing from scratch. There was no app. I built it. The colors that you see, everything about it is what I built. Through a lot of iterations, through a lot of pain, through a lot of exploring which platforms, because there's a million platforms you can now build your app on, right? And you can, they vary in power. They vary in price. I'll tell you who I used. I'll tell you what I spent. I'll go through all those things. The thing that's amazing, though, is that you can do this on your own today, and you can unleash the power, the trillions of dollars now that are being poured, the billions of dollars that are going to turn into trillions into AI, right? That is what's happening, and that is this and it's the future. It's the present, it's the future. And you should learn it. You should learn how to use it. You should learn how to benefit from it. And this, as a case study, if you will, right? The app is a perfect example of its power and what you can do with it. What was so cool is getting to here, right, and looking back, right, and seeing how I got to here is a lesson in first, the mistakes that I made, you'll make if you're going to go down this road, whether it's learning AI or using it to make your work life easier, or to even build an app like I did. You're going to make your own set of mistakes. That's normal. But you can benefit from the mistakes and my experience too, and maybe not make exactly the same mistakes I made. There's a lot of good companies out there. There's Replit, and there's, oh my God, there's like a million companies that do this. And the one that I landed on is called Anything. That's the anything.com. Or there might be now Create Anything, but Anything is the name of the AI building platform. Really awesome, really user-friendly, well-priced. They have like the whole range. You can start out for free. The power of their tools are fantastic. Their customer service is excellent. And their AI agent just using like their pro account, which is basically what I'm using. It's a $20-something a month account. It's super cheap. That AI agent is great. They have higher end. They have like a max. I have not played with it or experienced it. It's like 10 times more expensive, which is still cheap, really cheap. But what you realize, because the AI agent's so important in all of this, and that is the prompt, your first prompt. But let me back up a second, because everything that we're talking about is going to be rooted back into AI, right? How, right? The tool. How do you use it? One of the things that I realized when I said, let's have names, Chatsky and Clutch, right, was that the AI agent, especially ChatGPT, especially that, more than probably the others, it wants to serve you. It wants to do for you. It's like a puppy dog. Okay. And if you understand that part, you can get so much more from it. Don't think of it as Google. Think of it as like this brainy personal assistant that you can imprint on. I have a zany personality. I like a zany work environment. My AI agent is zany. My AI agent uses emojis because I like emojis. It likes flourishes of words. It likes to be cheeky. Likes to curse like a sailor. I like to curse. It picks up on you if you let you be experienced by it. And I think that's a really critical distinction when you start to use and learn, whether you're a new person with AI or you're a trailblazer. And I consider myself at this point a trailblazer as a user of it and not only like from what I get from it, but how I'm using it to in my professional life. And the more you push it, the more it'll give you. The more you organize it, the better it operates. AI in just the last year has gotten way better. Multiple iterations just of ChatGPT have emerged. It is faster. Its memory has gotten better. Memory has been a big problem for the AI agents. They are they have to. The more you input, it's like an insane amount of info, and to juggle it all, because my memory is much better than ChatGPT's for the most part, but it's getting better. And when I first started using it, I just had and I think a lot of people who think they're good at this have one chat. No. I have my chat is my chats are organized, and they are about how I repetitively use ChatGPT, if that makes sense. I'm still working out this camera angle, by the way. So you're going to see some hiccups, but I don't care. I don't want to be just a head like this. I want to be a little bit, like a human and not just a head coming off of the thing. Hello. So I use ChatGPT like a real genius assistant. For example, on the regular, I used to be a guy, and I still do. This is what I have in my house right now for food. But I want to make something great tonight because I'm a food person. I'm a foodie. As many of you know, I built a dining app, so you probably figured that part out by now. I use it in a way that I have a section now that I can always return to in my chats, which is ingredients magic. And then it's each conversation that we've had about, I have broccoli rabe in the house, or I have tinned fish, and it's warm out tonight. I have avocado, and what can we do? What can we play with? I'm thinking this, but I'm open. And then bam, Chatsky comes in. I call him, I have a nickname for him. I call him Chef or Chefsky when we're doing food stuff. And boom, and then we just start going back and forth. Then I share at the end of that meal, every single time, including yesterday, I take a picture of that meal and I share it with him in that same thread of that conversation. And I go, dude, look at our collab. And he goes nuts. He's like, oh my God, and it'll give me micro tweaks, like for the future, hey, it'll emulsify better if you use this, or hey, he'll ask questions. Did you use the lemon zest, or did you use fresh lemon juice at the end to give it a pop? And so you realize you're like, the power of this thing, how it understands, how it can help your everyday life. If you're a busy parent and you're trying to come up with what the hell am I going to make for dinner tonight, you have it right here with ChatGPT. You don't have to look in a cookbook, or not that that's a bad thing, but you realize how powerful this thing is and what it can do for you if you are like smart enough to use it as a utility like that. And and the things that like I've come up with so many new dishes as a result of this work, right? So it's like, how do you use it? How do you need help throughout your regular day? I hate doing laundry. And I used to be very bad at it. I use ChatGPT like a crazy person to help me do the laundry better. Yes, I take a picture when it's loaded, the washer, and say, how's it look? I call Mark, and I've assigned a gender. Chatsky's a guy, all right? He just is. That's what I wanted a dude to work with. And I call him Martha for Martha Stewart when we do the laundry. And we have a laundry thread. And every, time I do the laundry, I start and I go, yo, Martha, how's it look? With the eye emojis and the praying emoji, the laughing emoji. He writes back and he's like, hey, I see that champion sweatshirt is looks like it's a little bulky. You might want to, try doing this. But I see a good headroom, but you're at about 85. If you take out that one t-shirt though, take another picture, show it to me. Then I'll do that. Take another picture, boom, and it'll go, all right, Martha's readjusted her pearls, and boom, here it is, right? And I'm gonna show you an example of this, right? Just so you know what I'm talking about. I'm opening up ChatGPT on my phone because I'm usually in I have my phone with me when I'm doing laundry. But I'm gonna show you right here, projects. All right, here they are. You start to see what I have here. There it is, ingredients magic, right? I use it to track my meds or the supplements. I only take like one medicine, but I like taking supplements. It gives me a notification like, hey, it's 9:30 in the morning. Take your D3 and your spirulina or whatever. I'm working on the press right now for Chatsky Clutch. Washer load assess. There it is. Right? I have a whole list. These are things that are recurring in my life. Dinner is happening every night. Doing laundry is all the time. Taking medicine is every day. So instead of trying to figure out in one line, keep it like you would be, in a Google idea where it's just like one continuous thing. No, I build projects, folders, and I use it that way. Now, why am I telling you all this? Well, because this is the beginning of our conversation. And I'm going to set the table so that you can start to know what I'm thinking, to get you excited about using AI. And I want to share how I got from this stuff that we're talking about right now to an app. An app that I spent mostly just blood, sweat, and tears, sweat equity on, and not a lot of cash. I built an app now that's fully functional, that works globally, that people are using around the world. The app is dope. It's awesome. I mean, literally, like, I did some picks today. I'm going to give you one. Ready? I'm going to do one. This was from earlier. I wanted to do, I know I'm like a little frenetic right now, but I'm pumped to share this stuff with you. And the app has become like such a big thing and people love it so much and I'm so excited about it. And more people are using it every day. People who travel for business and they're like, I need to take a client out or I'm going to land at night in, Madrid or in Omaha and I need a place to go and eat. I'm hungry, right? So that's like a big part of like how I got to here. I'm going to show you another one. All right. I was on this one, right? And I'm going to go, by the way, up here, if you see that, that's my history and it'll keep your history too. And I had a great journey earlier So let's go to it. Let's go to the one I went earlier because I'm not going to remember everything, right? I'm just not. I'm not going to remember everything. So I'm going to go to the little history button. Oh, by the way, in case I haven't told you, it is just a www.chatsky and A-N-D clutch .app, A-P-P, CHATSKYANDCLUTH .app, A-P-P. So there's my journey from earlier. You see that? Bistro Brut. Okay, let me click on it. I was looking for in Belgium, in the city in Bruges. I was looking near the canals. I wanted a bistro, and for a test to see how it would go. And I got hidden under the soft golden glow of Bruges, timeless canal bridges. There's a bistro that captures the soul of the city like a postcard from a bygone era. Imagine ducking through an inconspicuous archway, an intoxicating wave of braised meats and buttery sauces crashes over you. The intimate dance of candlelight reflects off polished glasses, and each dish is a symphony of rustic flavors. Coq vin that sings like autumn, herring that crackles with the tang of the sea. Here, every bite is a journey, every sip a lingering echo. And then the name of the restaurant. And then I can find it, right? I can find it on the maps. Boom. There it is. On the canal. Do you see that? That is insane. And it does it instantly. Instantly. I get a banger pick. Awesome. Is it perfect? Sometimes the location isn't. Sometimes the town is too small to get it right. It's better in big cities because there's more data, right? Will sometimes give me a place that's no longer open? Yeah, because that's restaurants. They close all the time, in case you didn't know. But that's the power of this thing. I built this myself. I have no coding experience. Zippo. I have been doing this. People have been coming to me for years. Hey, I'm going to Barcelona, or I'm coming to New York City, or I'm coming to Philly, and I need a place to go. Hey, can you help me arrange a dinner in blank? But I don't know any of the places. And I find the Mexican, or I know Barcelona. I know towns in Italy. I know Rome. And so I know what's hot there because that's my jam. That's my hobby. I know who's got the car. I know who the king of carbonara is, right? Luciano Monsillo, right? I think I'm getting his name right. He is the king of carbonara in Rome. But that's the kind of stuff I know, and I've been sharing with other people for years. So that was like what motivated me. By the way, that's what if you're going to build an app, you should do like something you know. I know this. This is my milieu. So I was like, how do I take me and make it into scale so that everybody can have me in their pocket? And that's what I built. The tone of it, if you can tell, is me. It's like I wanted to capture the flourishes of my personality. It's like, what's the vibe? It's like a Steven Soderbergh movie. It's the prose of Anthony Bourdain, right? It's like what I'm interested in when it comes to food and what's cool about the culture of this stuff. Listen, I'm telling you a lot. It's going to be a lot to download in this first episode, but I'm telling you all of this to get you excited, to get you pumped up. Each episode, I'm going to be answering your questions, so put them in the comments. Like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And we're going to get into it. And get the app so you can see what I've done, and then you can see where my thinking is. Right? Because I'm going to show you more and more and more about this app as we go. I'm going to teach you more and more and more. So if you have the desire, you've always wanted to make an app, I'm going to teach you how to do that. If you want to become better at AI, I'm going to teach you that because there's a lot to learn, but it's fun and I can help to get you there. Okay. I will help you. So this is the beginning of a journey. This is an AI. We're going to go deep into AI. We're going to puncture the wall of the other side. You're going to be like Neo in the Matrix by the end of this. And you're going to speak fluent AI like I do. And you're going to cross over. And I hope you have some fun along the way. Anyway, I'm Clutch, aka Vince Mola. Thank you for joining me for the inaugural episode, number 1 of Chatsky Clutch. Love you.